everyone. This is Kayla. I am one of Group 1411's final project members, and I wanted to post a quick introductory video to sort of tell you about myself and who I am and the inspiration that sort of led me to propose a project like this and my general expectations for this project, or kind of what I'm hoping to achieve with it. I am 26 years old. I am the proud mom to a 9-year-old rescue pit bull who, even though she spends 85% of her day sleeping, don't let her fool you. She's as much of a social justice warrior in her dreams as I could ever be in real life. No, really. She actually has taught me, I swear to God, 3/4 of the things that I know. We can get into that later. I am a social work major here at NC State with macro inclinations. For those of you that don't know, micro is individual case management type social work. There's more than case management with it, but it's working with individuals. Matso is working with small groups and families, and macro is working with communities and organizations, and that's what I really aspire to do. I work with sex workers and human trafficking survivors through Project Fight under the Salvation Army. I'm one of their case managers. I love what I do. I'm an intern case manager. Sorry, correction. I love what I do. This is a particular population that I'm very, very fond of working with as an ex-sex worker myself. I sort of just have a unique lens with regards to that field of work, though I came at it from a much more liberated perspective. I was not exploited. I consciously decided to do what I did. It is what it is. Working with exploited populations is, and in particular, human trafficking survivors is one of my passions. I'll get into that in a different video. So my romantic notions, my desires for this project go beyond this classroom. I should probably put that first. I am hoping that we can create a sort of forum that's democratic and safe. I'm hoping for it to, be an open area where we can discuss our lives through our perspectives and our lenses with regards to things like gender and sexism and racism and classism and all of the other systems of power and oppression that intersect throughout our lives and color our perspectives. And it's different for every individual. So I kind of want to take the micro and tie it right back into the macro and see if there's a way that maybe this forum can encourage, just our community, whether that be our JGS 210 community, whether that be, just my group of friends or everybody's group of friends. Or what I want is I want this to inspire and encourage our community to make it a more inclusive, safe space for everybody, regardless of our differences, that is open to different ideas and different cultures and different languages and that whole rigmarole. I want to create a place where we can share our perspectives and get closer to that whole truth that I believe it was Shocked, the teaching about being an oppressor article, that little prologue about combining all the lenses together to come closer to that one real truth. So we're never going to get the whole truth, but we can get closer to the real truth the more lenses that we look at the world through. So that's what I'm hoping to do. And this was inspired, actually. One of the things I love to do is talk. I really like dialogue. I think that we do a lot of our learning from one another. I think it's very experiential with regards to perspectives and systems and things like this. I believe we do a lot of it through conversation, healthy conversation, democratic conversation, where people are teaching and learning, at the same time. Because we are all teachers and we are all students. So, or at least that's how I believe. And languaging is one of those things that I'm a firm believer in, because I believe that your words dictate your thoughts, dictate your actions. And so I believe that by at least being mindful of your language and the things that are coming out of your mouth and the things that you say to other people and that people say to you, and the way that you choose to react to these things can do a world of good. Mindfulness, it's a talent that a lot of us need, that we don't have, but it's a small step towards making the world a more equitable and inclusive space for everybody. And this happened at the NC State Cypher. I often find myself sometimes getting frustrated because, now mind you, this is a fantastic group of people. It's, lyricists and spoken word artists and poets and hip hop artists and graffiti artists and musicians, and it's a free space where anybody can come and anybody can say what they feel like they need to say. The whole goal of the cipher is to flow and let your soul flow. And one of the big things that's happening in hip hop culture today is a lot of degrading and misogynistic things are portraits are being painted of women and of men as well. They're equally degrading, I believe, of as men, but the language that we use to talk about women in hip hop bothers me, and it downright offends me in some cases. And so, one of my friends said to one of my other friends, he said, she said, one of my friends said to one of my other friends that the reason why we hear this so much in spaces like the Cypher is because that's all that most of these kids are hearing. So they have to get through all of that muck to let their real spirits shine through. And so oftentimes what will happen is one of the few women that are there will step up and, amidst all the men, and will say something against what they're saying. And it's a beautiful thing when that happens because it is such a safe space that everybody feels comfortable talking eventually. So that focus on languaging for me sort of became the springboard for this project. So to cut it short, because I know I'm talking in circles, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for taking 7 minutes of your day to listen to my voice rant. I look forward to introducing you to people who are really important in my life. I look forward to seeing what you have to say and seeing what you submit and seeing what, your friends submit if they decide they want to. I look forward to creating an open dialogue that goes beyond, for me, my group of friends, that goes beyond the humanities department, that goes beyond the social work department, that goes beyond the typical places and the typical people that I would meet. And I look forward to hopefully getting some great responses. And so I hope you liked it. I will see you in a couple of days with some more stuff to talk about. Y'all have a good night.